Okay, blind resume time.
Whoa.
So Willson Contreras, these are the numbers since the start of 2024. 51 homers, the slug at 478, OPS plus
large sample
is at 137. 100 is average. Who are two other players over that time span that have these kind of numbers? Reveal, please.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman and Vlad.
You would never think that.
I would never.
That's pretty stunning,
and
those numbers here.
Overheard this morning, this is a manifesto to beat all manifestos. I'm told there's a lot of
Eric
boards.
Nays came in.
It's board heavy on Willson Contreras.
Board heavy.
Eric Nays now comes in with it's in a box now.
And
is it? He said, here's the new one, Willson Contreras.
Let's go.
Trade deadline approaching. Whoever needs a right-handed bat, get you some of this guy. Mm-hmm. And he's an instant game changer because you feel like you could brawl against any team and you got to fight.
Exactly.
Shot, right? I want him on my side.
He's leading the charge.
All right, let's give him some love. He's doing a few things different. He's changed his stance even since April. He's gotten real close to the dish, moved back, pulling everything. I know he shot one the other way last night for a knock, but there is a concerted effort. Let's get into it and give him some love because the Red Sox acquired him in December. Little trade with the St. Louis Cardinals to kind of shore up first base, thinking they were going to bring back some other weapons as well offensively. But he has been the one stalwart. And I want to give him love because he's underappreciated because all we remember is like him eating tape or him getting in people's you-know-whats. But the bottom line is the numbers play. Look at Willson Contreras' 2026 stats with MLB ranks. Top 15, top 20 hitter in the game. Hot change me. 2026 OPS leaders, minimum 180 plate appearances. Jordan, Ben Rice, Kurtz, Ohtani. James Wood has been fantastic. Juan Soto, always. And Willson Contreras at 164. And he plays with an edge. We all know that. But the bottom line is he has made an effort to pull the ball in the air more. Maybe it's playing in Boston, playing to the strengths of the Green Monster. It's working. I want to go through just a couple ABs and then dive into some swing changes. What I love, this was before Framber Valdez decided to choose violence after this. That was that game. He shoots him. Watch the bat flip. Watch the perfect swing. I mean, high cutter from Cam Schlittler, double up on it and bring it down just a bit. Bullet in the gap over Cody Bellinger's head. And then me and my son went to one baseball game this year, mid-May. Boston comes into Atlanta on a Saturday night, and I watch him slap an AB. Look at right here. It's 2-1 Braves, top 8. Walt Weiss lets Bryce Elder go back out there for the 8th inning. He was dealing. Made one mistake, and it really wasn't a mistake. But when you dive into the numbers and the heat maps and the hot zones of what he's hunting the ball down and in, and he's only getting better. 2026 season splits, March through April, 262. Look at May, 315. June, all the numbers are exploding across the board. So, let's get into what changes he's made in the box. I know we got some tri-screens. Leave it up here for a second. April 6, 2025 of last year. April 6 of this year.
How low he is.
Right, Lauren?
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Give me to the side angle.
It's like he's Pete Rose on the far right.
Sometimes talking to hitting coaches throughout my career, when you're going to go from an athletic position, pause this, to crouch into your legs, A, you think you're jumping at the baseball. B, sometimes that's putting a Band-Aid on a flaw. I would much prefer to see him hitting from this power position, but the numbers don't lie. He'll tinker with it throughout the year. It is working for him right now. Run this. Pause. He's still getting to that leg kick. He is just sticking his nose in the ground and trying to cement. Hey, from the waist down, if you're able to cement that into the ground, your eyes don't move. That's the name of the game. You want everything moving around still eyes. Run it. And he has been a pull monster, like I said, in Fenway. It's been incredible. You see right here, his batting stance graphs, 2023. This was a guy, and I never understood any player not standing on the back line. With how hard these guys throw, you have to respect the fastball. We all got to the big leagues being able to hit the heater. You would think you want to get as deep as possible to let it travel as long as possible. But in 23, he was here. 24, the same. And then you see 25, the progression was made to get to the back line, get closer to the dish, open up a smidge. He's always been open, but get wider in his base, and it's worked for him. He's getting out and around everything, and I love it. Playing to the ballpark, we can get into some pulled homers. Here's Andrew Kittredge. And that ball's 95 in black. That is not that bad a pitch, and he's able to pull his hands in. Run that back for me real quick. Kids at home, pause it. I want you to understand this because I say it to my 16U team all the time. You show me a pitcher that can throw 3 heaters right here for strikes in on a righty, you tip your hat and walk back to the dugout because they don't do it. They can't do it. This is one of the best pitchers in the game. He wants this in. All it's got to miss is a ball and a half, and it's middle. Watch. Stop worrying about getting beat inside. There's not many men on the earth that can execute it time and time again. Honest in, out, down, and away. It was ingrained to my head with the Braves. They want to come in for show and go down and away because it's tough to execute in there. And when they try and come in there, Willson Contreras just beats the brakes off them. Largest increase in pull percentage last two seasons. Look at Willson Contreras, Alec Burleson, Javier Sanoa, Nathaniel Lowe, and Corey Seager. I think we got a spray chart here coming up.
Classic spray chart.
Classic spray chart after the highest average to pull side 2026 season. Jordan, Riley Green, it's working for him. 522 to the pull side. Look at this spray chart, Robert. This looks like Lauren Chahadi's.
This is mine.
Boom, there it is.
Yeah.
And then we'll throw in the lucky triple.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's just a random jam shot down the right.
Yeah, we'll throw out the blackout. Tried to pull it and ran into something. Okay, let's get into it too. What does he handle? We know he handles in. We know he's trying to pull, but he loves the ball down. We've chronicled this time and time again. Some guys like the elevated heater. Some guys like Mike Trout. They love the ball down. Willson Contreras loves. Ryan Weathers right there, walk the dog. Seth Lugo. These are bombs. That's Kaufman. That's going in the fountains. And I think we end it with Jack Leiter right here. Yes, down, boom. His bat path is clean. Bottom hand to the baseball, stays through it.
Love those jerseys.
I do too.
Yeah.
Pause. Perfectly stacked. And from here, we're just worried about what? Taking our bottom hand to the baseball. Run it. Bat head replaces the hands. Stays behind it. That is gorgeous. Really good. Highest slug on pitches, 2.25 feet or lower.
Wow.
Jordan, and there's Willson Contreras right there.
Look at Dylan Dingler. Not
Old
too far
Dylan
behind.
Dingler, you got the touch.
Yeah.
And Corbin Carroll, who had a monster game. All right, and we'll finish this up. One last thing I don't think he gets enough love for. This was a catcher by Kraft. I believe he started Game 7 of the 2016 World Series for the Chicago Cubs as a rookie. And then St. Louis moves him to first to keep him healthy, keep his bat productive. And he's gone over there and he's been serviceable. He's actually been better than serviceable over at first base. We got the last board right here. He's going backhand. He's pulling line drives. He's giving a nice feed to the pitcher, covering on the 1-3 right there, the 3-1.
And everyone thinks you can just go to first. And we've documented this. Not as easy as it looks.
It's not as easy as it looks. Certainly not. Matt Olson, 13. Ty France has won gold before. But look at Willson Contreras with a +5 highest run.
Pretty impressive.
Fielding run value. So he's doing everything. I don't know what Boston does. I don't know if they move on. Sonny Gray certainly makes a ton of sense for the Atlanta Braves. I'd love to bring this.
What fit?
Imagine him
Where?
walking in.
Yeah,
Hayes just mentioned Cleveland, the Guardians.
Willson Contreras comes in with the baseball bag and drops it. Yeah, there's a presence there.
Yeah.